Okay, this is the last new thing we have to do in conic sections. Woo-woo! This is actually pretty easy, but people just make kind of silly, dumb mistakes. So here's the thing that we are going to do. Basically, we're starting in standard form that we like, and we're getting it into general form, which we don't like. Normally, you wouldn't want to do that, but every now and then you have to. So let's talk about how you do it. So basically what we want to do is we want to end up with one of those long equations that has the x squared and the x and all of that business. The mistake that people make is they try to just go straight in here. You can't do that. What squared means is times itself. So this x minus 6 squared means x minus 6 times x minus 6. This y plus 5 quantity squared means y plus 5 times y plus 5. So we need to actually multiply those out. So that's where we distribute twice. So we get x squared minus 6x minus 6x plus 36. I take the x and distribute it onto both of those. Then I take the negative 6 and distribute it onto both of those. Then I do the same thing back here with my y's. Y times y is y squared. Y times 5 is 5y. 5 times y is 5y. 5 times 5 is 25. Combine all my like terms. So I get x squared minus 12x plus y squared plus 10y plus 5061. But I need to get these two together, so I'm going to move this 49 over here. So x squared minus 12x plus y squared plus 10y. Subtract my 49 from there, that gives me 12 equals 0. So again, all I did was made squared what it means, which is times itself, and I multiplied those two together by distributing. Then I did the same thing here with my y's. Then I combined like terms, and then last step, I just subtracted my 49 over to my 61. Okay. Here's kind of the same thing, it's just a little bit messier. But the first thing we have to do is get rid of these two numbers down here. The easiest way to do that is this. First, we're going to multiply by 16, because that's going to get rid of that guy. But we have to multiply the whole equation by 16. So here in the front, the 16 and the 16 would cancel, and you would just be left with x minus 3 squared. Here they're not going to cancel, so that's going to be ugly for just a second, but we'll fix it in a minute. And then 16 times 1 is 16. We still have this 25 down here, so we're going to go back and do the exact same thing with the 25. Here it doesn't cancel, so we're just going to write it in the front. When I go to multiply 25 by this one, it cancels because top and bottom. So that's gone now. So I just have that. And then 25 times 16, it's like 16 quarters, which is $4, which is 400. Now I need to do what I did up here with the easier example where I had to write it twice and multiply them out. So I'm going to do that here. Forget the 25 for a second. We're just going to leave him be for right now. X minus 3 times x minus 3. Same way with the 16. Leave him be for right now. Y plus 6. Y plus 6. We're going to multiply those out. Ooh, this is going to get messy. X squared minus 3x minus 3x plus 9. Y squared plus 6y plus 6y plus 36. Now, because that 25 is out in the front, we need to distribute that. So we get 25x squared minus 75x minus 75x plus 225 plus 16y squared plus 96y plus 96y plus, oh dear, I can't do that one in my head. 36 times 16, 6, 3, 216, 6, 3, 6, 7. Oh, I should have known that one. That was silly. 576 equals 400. Now I just need to combine all my like terms. So the x squared doesn't have a like term. 75 and 75 is 150. I'm going to save him for back here. The 16y squared doesn't have a like term. 96 and 9 is 107. I've got my 225 from up here that I'm going to put with my 576 from back here. Give me 11, 0, 1, 801. And then last but not least, I'm just going to move that 400 over there. So my final answer, 25x squared minus 150x plus 16y squared plus 107y plus 401 equals 0. Gets a little messy, but it's all things that you already know how to do. There's nothing here that you haven't learned how to do before.